The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
DropTop. Zaza. Okay. We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto. Full pockets filled up with money. Feeling like I hit the lotto. Okay. Flexing on all these bitches. Black shirt, Johnny Bravo.
What's up, everybody? We're back with another new episode of the StyleBeasting podcast. I gotta start remembering these.
Fucking dummy. Stupid ass niggas.
131. Episode 131 of the StyleBeasting podcast with your host with the most, Del Wall.
I say what's up?
Man, sit your ass down.
And I was going to start off with the Breakfast Club and that Just Hilarious thing, but that really just ran its course. And even those two girls, I think her name is Lit. I forgot what the other girl's name is, but the other girl that she recruited and Just Hilarious they were beefing, but they ended their beef. And they even did beyond the Brandy and the manga, the boy is mine or the job is mine. Because if you remember, Brandy and Monica were beefing about, I guess, the order of what to put them in the song. And Monica being Monica ain't with that.
And it's time to die. So let's get one thing straight. Your vital signs are
and I think she threatened to shoot Brandy, which is hilarious because it's like,
nigga.
if it was Trina, I'd be like, okay, this tracks, this makes sense. But it was Brandy, and the only person in Brandy's family that's scary is that might be a threat is Ray J. But Monica at that time with she was cool with Master P's group because of C Murder. So it's like Ray J versus No Limit Soldiers. And I'm just talking about Ray J himself versus the No Limit Soldiers. I'm taking the No Limit Soldiers any day of the week, especially even at their age, because they was probably like early 40s, late 30s, early 40s. And at that time, you could still fight and get down. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. But since I saw it Just Hilarious, and I forgot, I want to say her name was Lauren. After they did that, I was like, okay, they obviously ended the beef. Because you're not going to like do a spoof of a music video and saying you two don't get along. That's ridiculous. And you guys still working together? That's ridiculous. But I'm glad that everybody at the Breakfast Club has, I guess ease into each other, because Jess was mad at Charlamagne, Envy, and the girl, because even though the Breakfast Club hasn't been the same in a while, probably before Yee left, Angela Lee, whatever, I can't even get her name right, since Angela left. But I think they have something, because if those two can get along, if Jess can bite the bullet and work together with her, because at the end of the day, it was really just Jess that was mad. And I can understand, because if you advocated for this girl to take this position so you can get your maternal business taken care of, because she was pregnant at the time, that they had to have somebody to replace Jess for a little bit till she come back from maternity leave. Now, granted, she did a phenomenal job in her stead. And there was a bunch of people in the comments saying that Jess was horrible, Jess is bad, Jess is this and that. And there's a lot of people that were saying that, hey, Jess need to stop reading the comments. Now, for those people, I would say it's tough reading comments when you have to, I won't say you have to rely on comments, but if you're checking out the product while you're gone and you just see like, oh shit, people are saying, hey, let's see what they're saying about the Breakfast Club. hey, you guys don't need to bring it back. Don't bring it back. Don't bring it back. Don't bring it back. That hurts you. Because I remember the Joe Budden from Joe Budden podcast and Parks from Joe Budden podcast mentioned like, hey, you can't read the comments. Well, you guys can't say that because you guys don't give a fuck about the comments. But your other co-hosts do because they're not as big as you. I'll use Mel for example. Melissa Ford was getting her back kicked in anytime they didn't disagree with her or she had a little spout on the pod. Now, some situations I'll say yes, she does need to get her back kicked in. But mainly other situations, it just be gender war topics or personal topics that get to her. And I'm in the end because if she really read the comments, she would see that people are kicking her back in. And so I don't agree with not reading the comments because the comments I want to say make or break you, but those people in those comments, their views spread out. Because if one person say, oh, this shit was ass, it becomes like a virus and everybody starts saying it. But here's hoping they can get along. I guess that video is signifying that they work things out behind closed doors, which is a good thing because I don't want the narrative like black women can't get along because Jess Hilarious has a comedy career outside of the Breakfast Club, and the girl I still don't know her name. She does great research and she's very well versed in any topic that they bring up. So you definitely need the funny girl, the funny guy, funny girl, and the research co-host and the lead, which is probably Envy. But still going on, people are wilding. Kanye West has, because we got a multitude of people wilding. Actually, matter of fact, this first part of the pod is going to be niggas wilding. Kanye West has lost it. This nigga did a full Klansman Grand Wizard outfit. Like, bro, this nigga had the outfit. And DJ Academics, out of all people, had the interview. I can't tell you how disappointed I am in both of them. I would never interview Kanye West in that outfit. Never. No. And then if you even pay attention to the what he posted, his next album cover is him and his wife in KKK outfits. I'm like, bro, there is no way in the fucking hell Kanye West in his right mind think this is cool. There's no, bro. I fully support when Kim was saying like he needs to go to get help. This nigga needs help. Like, no. And nobody can say, oh man, God's working through him, nigga. No. Nigga, something's working through him. It ain't God, it's something else. But I'm not the nigga that just point out people's flaw, point out this nigga's crazy. Well, I ain't gonna say this nigga's crazy. I can't hold it back. Kanye West is gone. Kanye West mentally might have checked out. Musically, he's still there because I think him and Academics did another live stream after that one where he's making beats, and the beats are great. Like the musical talent is still there. I don't know if his common sense is still there because you can't go from you and Michael Myers and you saying George Bush don't care about black people in front of millions, and then you go and do fucking KKK fucking merchandise. And then his girl, I swear to God, I think Kanye West got that girl brain controlled. Because if you got that girl wearing KKK outfits, either she's racist or she's just following you like a fucking dog, a bandit dog and a homeless man. That shit is sick. Like I can't put in any other words than just this nigga has lost his mind. Like, am I gonna listen to his music? Yes, not the new stuff. I'm not listening to Bully or anything. Anything after Bully and anything after, I'm not gonna listen to. Until Kanye West get his mind back right, I don't care if it's the greatest song in the world. I can't. I seriously can't. Like, I don't even know what to say to this because it's just like, bro, you keep playing in our faces. And I don't care if you say, hey, geniuses go through this, or he's trying to break the mold, or like, no, bro. No nigga in their right mind is wearing that outfit and trying to spit knowledge to me. Fuck no. Get out of my face. I can't do it. So Kanye West, I'm not canceling you because I'm not big enough to cancel you, pause. But I'm definitely not supporting your newer stuff. Like, I can't. Shoot, I can't even. It just makes me not even want to buy the shoes of Kanye West I like. It doesn't even make me want to do that because it's like, bro, why the fuck am we even allowing this shit to go? Like, shit, I think Marvin Sapp is fucking insane for what he did. So if you don't know, Marvin Sapp in a recent church, I think he had like a church one day, and as churches collect tithes and stuff. So he's up front telling the ushers to shut the door and don't let nobody leave until he gets $40,000 from people in the congregation, in the church, or online that's watching.
Never would have made it.
Brother man Sapp. That might be the craziest stunt I have ever seen in my life. My mom tells me that the signs of the world ending might be right in our faces. This might be one of them. This might help boost what my mom said. How are you on recorded video telling people to lock the doors and don't let anybody leave until you get some money? Marvin Sapp must not have like watched a lot of like kidnapping movies, TV shows, or nothing, or Law and Order at all. That whole sentence is a charge. That's kidnapping, my nigga. You can't tell your ushers to not let nobody leave.
Nani?
Until you get 40, bro, 40. So basically I broke down numbers. He basically asked for everybody to give him a $20 bill. Now, in hindsight, $20 ain't that much. Forcibly making niggas give you $20 so you can leave is insane. I think I'm right. Marvin did get charged.
God damn.
Because that's basically kidnapping. And I just don't know. Like, either that nigga's either he's running low on money and he has to get it from the church, which is crazy. Because I don't like this further proves my disbelief in mega churches. Because it's like, bro, and I feel this way about regular churches. I won't be able to give you tithes every time I come here. Sometimes I got you. But damn it, sometimes I ain't gonna have you. And to be beating me down to give you $20 is crazy. Now, granted, if the church hasn't been repaired or anybody kept up with it within the past 30, 40 years, I fully understand. We need to raise up some extra bread to give to put back into the church. Since we're preaching and spreading the word in the church, let's build on the church and make it better. I'm not saying make every church a super church. Heaven forbid, no. But if you have a mega church, if you need to hit a threshold of the bill, that's your responsibility. Putting tithes in to help around the church, I don't mind. But if you're asking me to give you 40 bands so you can pay something on the church, nigga, you crazy. You wanted this fucking mega church, not me. You want to put 1,000 people in this church, not I.
That's the fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack.
But I don't know if he got charged or not. I feel like I read somewhere that he was questioning for that. But I don't know, man. That to me was just like crazy as fuck to me. Because there's no way in hell niggas should be caught up in a church RICO. Especially now there's a fucking LA RICO. So Big U, Crip in LA, alongside Loco Sono and Brick Baby have been charged with RICO with more people have been charged with RICO for taking money from charities, NBA players, basically the NBA franchise, and I forgot what the other one was. Charities, NBA search, Shaq, and I forgot it was one more person. But yeah, they basically been finagling all the money they've been getting for charities and stuff and pocketing the bread. Now, I didn't read the number of what it was, but there's at least like 9 to 10 people.
Right hand on the Bible. God can strike me down if I'm lying. That motherfucker's cheating. Take my word.
There's at least 9 to 10 people in this RICO, and it's like, this is bringing a lot of heat on LA too, because now, it's bringing a lot of heat to like everywhere, because now everybody's getting hit with RICO, especially if you're taking money from associations or stuff like that. Please stop, or don't do it at all. Let's make sure that the feds don't get multiple niggas for RICOs, because they picked up G Herbo, and this is not new. I'm talking about the past RICOs. It was Thug, Herbo. There's speculation that Lil Baby might get hit. Who else? There's another one. I feel like it was a New York RICO. I don't know. Those are the 3 so far. Well, 4 now that Big U and Brick Baby. But like, yeah, man, it's like, the feds are watching. Like, I know that, hey, man, there's a lot of money out here to be scammed off of, but the way these RICOs getting hit, nigga, I wouldn't touch a dollar of that money if it won't mine. Even if you were like, man, I'll put it back later. Nope. Keep that money in that fucking trust fund. Don't touch that shit. Because who knows? You keep touching it, moving money, keep on moving. That 80,000 that you got turned to 40 bands. Now they looking for 40 bands. And I don't think they really tripping about 40 bands. I think it's like, but taking money here and there from people, like, especially, like I said, especially these big fundraiser types of deals, or shit, Shaq. Because Shaq's connected to the NBA, the ESPN, Disney. Now you might be robbing Walt Disney. And hey, rob Walt Disney if you want to, you're going to be fucked. You're going to be really fucked. Because now you robbing. Because what if Shaq helped, the money that Shaq got from that charity or whatever was funded by Disney and ESPN to like, hey, I'll give you 30 bands. Here you go, to add into some charity. You stole 30 bands probably for the ESPN and Walt Disney. Your ass is super grass. They about to put your ass in the dirt. That's how bad it is. And this is all speculative. I don't know if the money went directly to, I don't know if that money came from the Disney or whatever, but I'm just saying, if it did, they're screwed. They're really bad off screwed. But now we got bigger issues to fry. Yellow Beezy has been pointed out to be the killer of the man who hired the killers to kill MO3, a rapper from Baton Rouge. So now it's even crazier because I think the shooters got arrested like a year and a half ago. And then if I remember right, Yellow Beezy stayed out like the limelight for a while. And I originally thought it was because of that case, that sexual harassment case that he caught, like, I want to say a couple years ago. But it come to find out, it was that nigga was lying low because he was probably getting found out. But I guess now that we finally know who actually did this, I guess Mo3 can actually rest now. Now that we know who fully set him up. And that's even crazy too, because it's like, if I'm remembering right, there was a dark-skinned man from whatever, I forgot, I think whatever Mo3 and Yellow Beezy's from. And he was a meme because his face looked like the front end of a PT Cruiser. I don't know the gentleman's name, but I know he passed away, so I want to say rest in peace. And the only reason I'm saying this because I don't know his name, and they never put his name on the tweet or anything. And I don't think looking up man went with looking up. I don't think looking up man with PT Cruiser face is going to help. Well, black man with PT Cruiser face is going to help. So yeah, it's been a lot of bullshit lately. This past couple weeks, like I ain't expect all this shit to happen. If you would told me Marvin Sapp was gonna go wild like that, how you, bro? And like I said, whenever it gets warmer, bullshit starts to happen, and we're not done with bullshit. I say after music. Ashton the trainer has been going on tirade too with his morning routine. Now, it's a weird morning routine. Well, it's a weird morning routine because it doesn't seem like a real morning routine. So this nigga wakes up with tape on his mouth at like 5 in the morning. There's a girl who bows to him and cuts fruit for him at like 5:40 or whatever. No, 6 o'clock. At 5 o'clock he wakes up with tape on his mouth. 5:30 he pours ice and sangria water into a bowl, dips his face in, and gets a woman, basically a subservient woman, to bow, cut his fruit, and he goes about his day. Now, I think more to it, he was like putting on like a ski mask and having somebody beside him in a truck, passing water, him running while some dudes recording him. The stupidest part was at like 7:36, he started diving into the water, but he ain't hit the water till 7:40, which is like, bro, you don't stay in the air for fucking 4 minutes. So I'm even more stupefied by that. And as you know, it became a meme of everybody doing a morning routine or doing a bullshit morning routine. And like I said, I don't know what the purpose was for him to do that. And to let you know, he's a muscle bound nigga. So I feel like muscle bound niggas, if they don't have anything else going for them, they just do corny shit like that. Which I'm like, I understand, because if you're like a muscle bound nigga and that's all you do is muscle bound nigga shit, like what you expect us to do with that information, or for you to do it all? Because you're a muscle bound nigga. I don't know if you have any other hobbies, qualities, or if you do anything else but work out. So it's kind of hard to show that you are multi-dimensional in the person that you are if you're just a bodybuilder. And this is no dig to bodybuilders. If you just want to be a bodybuilding ass nigga, be a bodybuilding ass nigga. Low key, if I had the time and physique, or time and the dedication for it, I would be a bodybuilding ass nigga. So you tell me I could go around looking like Jack Hanma, even though most of them don't like fight, they just muscle niggas? I would definitely take the opportunity to be a muscle nigga. But I think I won't say way too late for me to be a muscle nigga, but to go through all that rigmarole to destroy this body and build it back up to be a muscle nigga is like, all right.
He's fat. I don't care if he don't. I'll make him bleed.
But not least for the bullshit of the week, AI art has been taking over more than it has been. So it started on Twitter when I think the new Gronk tab on Twitter, because I think the Gronk features AI, and somebody asked to draw them in Studio Ghibli style. And if you don't know what Studio Ghibli is, it's the people that made Princess Mononoke or Spirited Away, or let me look this up.
I do not know.
Studio Ghibli. They did My neighbor Toro, Howling Moving Castle, Princess Mononoke, Ponyo, Pompoko, Castle in the Sky, The Cat Returns. Wait, really? Earwig and the Witch, From on Poppy Hill, Kiki's. He did that one. I do love that. Kiki's. What's that? Delivery Service. I love that movie. Yeah, there's some. Oh shit, there's more. Yeah, there's a lot. Whoa, that's crazy. So the Studio Ghibli collection of all his movies is $636, but if you get it on this deal, it's $300, which it's for. That's five. No, is that five? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 22 movies, 22 classic movies. Because hold on, let me do this math. What? Because now I'm confused.
That's okay. Take your time.
637 divided by 22. Oh, so it's only $30 a movie. Okay. All right. I guess that's not bad.
I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke!
That's not bad. That's not a bad price for all those movies. And shoot, you getting it for a hell of a deal for $300. Yeah, if you get the $300 one, you're really just paying $14 for each movie, which is really low key a steal if you ask me. So yeah, but like I was saying, so somebody asked the Gronk AI to make them look like a Studio Ghibli character, and that's been a running gag on Twitter or social media in general. Is just like this AI do it. Let's let them make a character for you or draw cover art for you. And because I remember Quan asked me that, like, why don't you just ask AI to make you something so you don't have to waste time doing it? In my mind, I'm like, that makes sense on a time management wise. Like, oh shit, I gotta get this out, AI it. But there's been times where AI is bad. Like, I think it was a James Franco movie where he goes through time and he hangs himself by a noose. And so somebody did the AI art of that, and the noose didn't even wrap around him. It stopped at his neck and it didn't come on the other side. So there's a lot of artistical choices or stuff that AI is failing on. And to me personally, and not to be sound like one of those artsy guys, like, oh, the art has to come from the soul and all that jazz. Like, no, like for me personally, I just like doing it. I like editing stuff. Until I get to a point where I'm like Joe Budden, where I'm like, oh man, I don't have the time to edit, and I can have somebody who knows my vision to do it. I'll pay them if I ever make it to that level. But I don't know. I just don't feel like AI can get my message out the way I want to. Yeah, they could give you like, I'll use the example. They'll blank canvas. They'll give you something to put on it, but is it going to mean something that you did it and you put your idea on it? And that's why I say I don't want to be that artsy guy who's like, man, the art comes first, blah 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 blah. Because not downplaying myself, but my covers are good, but I'm not saying that they're going to be art pieces in the future. So yeah, there's some sort of, yes, this is my art. I want to do it myself, but I don't want to take from the person who uses AI art, because who am I to say that doesn't work for you? If you think AI works for you, go right ahead. I am not a chauvinist pig when it comes to doing with the art. If you need a little help and you think that can help you out, I'll go all for it. I'm not like an artistic asshole. So, but I understand where some manga artists is like, it might not look as good. Cause I'm thinking about like, do you think we could get AI art to do mangas good? I don't think we can. I truly don't think we can get a because even like I said, even the AI art don't is not fully fleshed out yet because it still has foibles. So I will wait a couple years for it. It's gone farther than it has in the past couple years, but I would still give it time to breathe. But yeah, that's it for the BS of the week. Let's get into the music.
I am the music.
So in new music, Playboi Carti dropped. After like 5 years and us waiting till like 7 in the morning, because I think originally he was supposed to drop at 12, and then recently, if I'm not recently, but then it got pushed back to 3, and I don't think it came out to like 7 in the morning. So on initial listen to, because I think the album's like at least a week and a half or 2 weeks old by now, I was like 30 songs of Playboi Carti. That's crazy. That's insane. And the feature alone was crazy. So you got Young Thug, Ty Dolla $ign, Future, Uzi, Travis, and Kendrick Lamar on 3 songs, along with Skepta and Jhené Aiko. Before I'm gonna get to the Kendrick Lamar songs, I'm gonna get to Kendrick Lamar be on his album next. But initially, out of 30 songs, 27 are hard. 3 of them, like, I didn't like. Let me see. Mojo Jojo, Opium Baby, I think that might be in Good Credit. So let me get to the positive first. Going through it, I'm not gonna go through all 30 songs because that's crazy. Well, I'll go to if I like 27 songs out of 30, that means I got a lot to go through. I'll go through this a little faster than I normally would. Pop Out was good. I think that's going to be one. I think he played that because a lot of these heavy metal Playboi Carti songs I don't remember because either he played like a minute of it and then stopped it, because I remember hearing Pop Out in Miami a couple years ago, but I don't think it was the degree of what it is now, like fully fleshed out. So the initial 3, Pop Out, Crush, and K-Pop, are good. I think I favorite K-pop, but it's not on my all-time list. Now, Evil Jordan. Before we even because when I heard it, I was like, what the fuck is this like white woman like easing this through to the beginning of Evil Jordan? And I thought about it. I'm like, oh shit, we never fully got like the full audio version. We always got the video. But if I'm right, the harmonizing from the lady ended on Pop Out, the first song. So it was supposed to be Pop Out, then Evil Jordan, but Evil Jordan ended up being the number 4 song. So that was hard. Mojo Jojo, I was cool on because I'm like, I need that evil twin Carti. I'm like, all right, man. People say Playboi Carti and Kendrick Lamar been together since early, like I want to say before a Whole Lot of Red drop. But I never seen. Like I said, I ain't never seen it, and I never been around it, so I can't speak on it. But for Kendrick Lamar to be on 3 songs on here, I was like, oh shit, that's weird. That's out of the blue weird. Now, only like 1 song out of the three he was on, and that was Bad Though. Everything else is like, eh. But I might as well get to my Kendrick Lamar, my bias on this Kendrick Lamar be on his album. So Kendrick Lamar be on his album is weird because of 2 things. One, Playboi Carti is everything. I won't say everything. Playboi Carti's actions in the past aren't the greatest. Just like not yet, Gotti. Kodak Black. Just like Kodak Black. Playboi Carti don't have an SA charge, but he has choked down his pregnant girl before. Now, if Kendrick Lamar is Mr. Stand Up for the right and wants to do stuff, if he wants to preach that he's better and he stands above, I won't say stand above critiques, which he mentioned in what's that album? Mr. Morale and the Steppers. But that's a cop out because this happened on 3 occasions. X, Kodak, and Playboi. Now, the X thing, hey, I'm a fan of X, but when X was going through that trial too, and this before his passing and before they dropped the charges, like he was still going through the case, and Kendrick Lamar posted his album and said this guy has a lot to get off his chest. Let's hear him out. And a lot of people wasn't receptive to Kendrick Lamar doing that. Now, you could say, hey, I'm just a regular person. Hey, I'm not God, so I can't judge anybody. But you went and judged Drake on and put pedophilia on him. Now, you could say it's a rap beef. Hey, rap beef, you can say anything you want to. But he made it very adamant that I don't stand with people who do stuff like that. Now, if you don't, now, granted, we don't have to. Now, I'm not saying beat women. Well, sexual assault is up there with beat. It's worse than beat women. But I'm not here to equate the 3. But you being on Playboi Carti's album, and Playboi Carti ain't there with his son all the time. Just like what you said to Drake. Hey, is your dad gonna be in your life all the time? Are you gonna say that Playboi Carti? Drake, Kendrick Lamar? Are you gonna say it to him? You're not. So that's why, and people gonna say, oh, Kendrick Lamar he's not above critique. Well, then you can't put fake pedo charges on a nigga too if you're gonna hang with a nigga that beats women. And like I said, pedophilia and beating women are two bad things, but two far off separate bad things. What I'm saying is, Kendrick Lamar is a hypocrite.
I told you so.
And like I said, I'm no better than anybody else. So I really don't. Like I said, I'm just a citizen. I just listen to music. But if we're gonna call a spade, we're gonna call a spade. So Kendrick Lamar, you're mad, hypocritical on this. And it's too late for you to say, oh man, I didn't mean to say call him. Like, it's too late. You got to stand it. You got to stand that you're a hypocrite. And I don't need to hear all these hip hop heads, all this other shit. Hey, if you're gonna stand on this saying I'm betting you because I don't do this, and this, you can't hang out with this and this and this. Just like when Young Dolph said, if you don't take care of your kids, I can't fuck with you. That's what he said. And I'm not saying Kendrick Lamar is Young Dolph, but I'm saying if a nigga said, hey, I don't do this because I don't do that, and then you do it. Now I'm not saying that we all don't make mistakes. We're not God. We can't just be perfect. But if you stand in that, you going to stand in that. And you got to suffer the repercussions if you don't stand in it. So like I said, I have no quarry with Kendrick Lamar being on this album. I just want you to stay in your hypocritical stance.
That's a great idea.
Now, after Mojo Jojo, we got Philly, Radar, Rattle Line, Fine Shit. I don't know if I'm a big fan of Weeknd and Playboi Carti. I think I'm a bigger fan of Travis Scott and Playboi Carti being together on this album because I feel like Travis brought out the peakness of each of these artists. Because I feel like Playboi Carti, because when listening to this, I was like, oh shit, Travis Scott sound like Days of Rodeo. Shit, Future sounds like drugged up Future. Shit, Weeknd sound like he on that shit again. Like it sounds like everybody's going back to their rawest form of their best form of their peakness of when they came out. Now, I give, let's see, I'm on 9 fine shit. Backdoor, Toxic, Munya, and Crank that's a crazy 4 songs. Cause Toxic is hard, Munya is stupid. Backdoor, I ain't expect Kendrick Lamar to do that on Backdoor. Them ad-libs were hard. I can't even deny that I like that song. I may be a Kendrick Lamar hater somewhat when he tries to be a hood nigga when he's not, but this is some good shit. That was a good song. Toxic, stupid. I didn't think I was gonna like Skepta on this song because Skepta slowed the song down, but I fuck with it. I still fuck with it. Munya was stupid. Crank was dumb. Now, Charge Them Hoes, stupid as fuck. Stupid as fuck. You got Lazy Voice Future. Lazy Voice Future is stupid for no fucking reason. I See You Baby Boy, Wake Up Filthy and Jumpin' are stupid. Wake Up Filthy was dumb as fuck. Trim, Cocaine Nose, and We Need All the Vibes. We Need All the Vibes at Summer is gonna be for the hoes. And funny enough, Ty Dolla $ign and this song being on this album was for me, it felt kind of weird because it was, how should I say this? It was bring the hoes around type of song, but this whole album's been like, it's saying Clown Posse kind of vibes. Now, I'm not saying that the hoes don't come around with it saying Clown Posse, but going from Cocaine Nose to We Need the Vibes is a crazy shift. Now, sometimes the vibes do have Cocaine Nose, so I understand that formation of those 2 songs. But that being said, that's still a hard transition. Now the last 9: Olympian, Opium Baby, Trim, Light Wheezy, This One Got It, Walk, HBA, Overly, and South Atlanta Baby. Out of those 9, Opium Baby and maybe This One Got It is the weakest ones. But HBA, I didn't know that was Hood Affair. Because I was like, oh shit, he didn't put Hood Affair, Ketamine, and like some other songs. Now he did a version 4 where he added Fuck My DJ and like some other songs. But like I said, out of 27 songs, out of 30 songs, 26, I'll go for a low end of 26 out of 30. That's 87%. So basically this nigga got 87% out of 100 for me. Now, that's lowballing it. This album already doing numbers. Niggas is already going crazy with it. Niggas is already hating on it. If you don't fuck with Carti, you don't fuck with Carti, or you don't fuck with that kind of music. Hey, music is subjective. You like what you like, and I can't force nobody to scarf down music that they don't like. But to say that this album isn't good is crazy. It's insane. Now, alongside that, Bully, Kanye West album drop. Like I said, I'm not listening to Bully. I am not going to. So, if people say it's good, I'll take their word for it. But me, myself, I'm not listening. YG dropped. I don't like YG, but apparently his song called 2004, which is him going over when he was a kid and an older woman had her way with him, and he's speaking on his perspective on it. It's a real powerful song about how some older women take advantage of younger men, because there's a lot of songs where it's the opposite, where the man takes advantage of a young girl, but we never had the perspective of the little boy side. So it was as an art piece, I support it and I fully understand it, and I'm glad that he got that off. So I can't just be sitting there like, oh man, this shit's like I respect him coming out and doing that. Like you gotta respect that. Will Smith dropped, and I'm gonna be real with you, I'm not listening to the album. I'm not. I did hear his lyrical lemonade freestyle, and somebody switched the beat and put a Griselda beat on it, and it was like, okay, Griselda beat on a Will Smith song, might not be too bad. But since that didn't happen on the album, I'm not listening to it. So, hey, you can call it what you want. I'm not listening to fucking Will Smith. Fuck that. I'm not. I can't do it, and that's the end of that. But before I get off of music, I want to say rest in peace to Young Scooter. Young Scooter passed away last weekend on the day on his birthday, which is really fucking sad. In hindsight, people say that's a cool because it's the day of you. So whenever you pass away, it's going to be the day that you were born. But in hindsight, it's like he didn't need to though. It wasn't like he passed away because he was like sick. He just passed away because a chick set him up to run away from police and get hurt and get injured and die. And fuck her for doing that. But it's crazy that he passed away because the guy who made his most acclaimed mixtape ever just made Playboi Carti's. And it's like, bruh, man, Swamp, my nigga. You probably just celebrating you dropping this great album. And the man that like, cause if you remember that Swamp Izzo Young Scooter album, Swamp Izzo was talking like he was talking on Playboi Carti. Like he was yelling, saying it was basically how DA Drama would say, Mr. Thanksgiving. Like it was that crazy. Like Young Scooter is the real that album was stupid. And that whole day when I found out, I was just in my head singing, I could sell cocaine. I could turn a half to a million. Bro, like, what? And you know what's just sicker? Even though, like, that's a crazy song to be yelling out, bro, I was yelling out, I can sell cocaine. Bro, I'm tearing up right now because that was that was probably my start when I started listening like Future and all that. But that was the hardest mixtape out. The Streets. Oh, matter of fact, what was the name of that album? Because if it's what I think it was, no. It wasn't Jugga song. What was it? Street Lottery. That album when Swamp Izzo and him and Young Scooter dropped that. Streets was crazy. Streets was really fucking crazy when that shit dropped. That shit was fucking hard for no fucking reason. But yeah, that was probably the biggest, saddest news in music. So rest in peace, Young Scooter, and let's get into the manga. So I'm going to start with Chainsaw Man. So Fujimoto, last time I recorded, I said was a depressed genius. Now that nigga's just a genius. So last time I recorded, I told you that this off-brand Chainsaw Man was fighting the Death Devil. I was like, oh shit, this Chainsaw Man is working her and she's getting ass whooped. Now, halfway through the fight, Chainsaw Man was like, yo, how can you be the War Devil and you this weak? And she was like, I'm not the War Devil, I'm Famine. Bruh. The Famine Devil that we thought that was helping Asa and Denji before is actually the War Devil. For a whole 2 years, we thought this bitch was on our side. She was just getting our goat the entire time. And guess who's working with the fucking the Death Devil? The Cooking Devil. So now, we don't know what the hell's going on. I think the Death Devil was about to bring death to the humanity. And even Famine's like, bro, like, why are you trying to destroy the world? Can't you just kill yourself and be done with it? And she was like, I would, but there's nothing in me to throw out. Like, this bitch pull up her dress. There's a huge hole in her, and there's nothing in her. There's no blood. There's no organs. There's nothing. So I'm guessing since she's a Death Devil, she can't die. So I guess she's trying to die and take the world with her. But I gotta give Fujimoto a round of applause because that was crazy. You played this hard, and to us to think that's the Famine Devil, I was like, oh, because that makes sense of why she wants to protect everybody in that last chapter. Because I initially thought she was a Death Devil, and she was like, I want to save you guys by killing you guys, and that's like some weird irony in it, but it was true. She really was trying to save you guys. It was just she didn't know that everybody knew that she was her sister was a Death Devil. So now, if the Death Devil killed Famine, that leaves the Control Devil and War Devil left. So if Asa turns Denji to a weapon, they might be able to beat the War Devil, but I know that's gonna be a long drawn out fight. And I don't even know how that fight is going to go because I don't know how strong a Death Devil is. And since he's teaming up with the Chef Devil, I don't know how strong they are together. So let me see if there's a new chapter. I think that was the newest chapter. Actually, that was the newest chapter, I believe. Is that the chapter? Yep, that was the newest chapter. Chapter 189. 198, I meant. What else came out? I caught up to Don, and chapter 188, it basically told us that. Oh, so in 188, the first half of the group, the dancer girl, the singing girl, and the new pygmy chick that can summon that's basically now her new attack ability is called Lord of Flies because she can summon anything small. They beat the weirdo pedo gym teacher. So now we're back onto Akurun and the fat Kamen Rider kid versus a guy that was jealous of Akurun and became a half demon and this alien warrior in a suit. So initially they're trying to steal Akurun's powers, but they don't know Akurun powers is in the cat and he doesn't have them anymore. So it's one of the alien warriors that fought him in that big ass war, and the kid that got turned by Saint Garland, which is the alien Virgil that came down to take some demonic powers to make him super strong, I guess. They're attacking the Kurum. Now, Toketsu dude, the Kamen Rider guy, he's using the putty that he got from that sea squid boxer and basically form some armor so Okurum doesn't get hurt. Now, one of the alien warriors is speaking to the kid, one of the half demon kids, and it was like, hey, I'm gonna get Okurum, you just worry about the fat kid. And the alien nigga's like, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I'm trying to get my revenge and die happy. And I was like, why the fuck is he saying that? And then you get a little glimpse of, I guess Garland conquered his world and killed his woman, because the end page shows two random characters that we haven't seen kissing in a field. So if I'm guessing right, and he also said it, the aliens came, ravaged my world. I guess they gave him a choice to join them. He joined them, and he's just been working for the guys who destroyed his planet the whole time on some Vinland Saga type shit. So I guess in code, like next week, we're gonna find out what happened, and hopefully we get like an insight of Garland, because niggas, bro, that is the most evil Virgil I've ever seen in my life. Like, nobody knows who you look like because you like have a presence on you that nobody remembers you, and you're good with a sword. So hey, that's Virgil to me. That's Virgil straight up. What else did I check out? I think so I'm reading this new manga called Astro Baby. Now, it's about a world where these particle aliens come to Earth and take over human bodies and eat human flesh. So our main character, what is my main character's name? Billy. The main character, Billy, has a crush on this woman that says that no, actually it was a girl, an older girl that he knew when he was a kid. He fell in love with her. And he wanted to get stronger because he saw how those, what is those things called? Fuck, what's the name of the monsters? What's the name of them? What's the name? It's some weird shit. Like, it's really weird. Coopers. They're called Coopers. They're like, it's almost low key. I want to say is like Parasite. Actually, might as well. It is kind of. It might as well be Parasite.
Yes, sir.
Funny. It has way more funny moments, but it's a lot more gorier. And by gorier, I mean one of the Coopers is inside of another human, like another person's body that's eating another person inside another person. So it's crazy. So that's crazy enough. So like I was saying, basic synopsis is Billy, a kid that's fell in love with this older girl, grew up to be in the military so he could propose to her and take care of the baby that she has in wedlock. But as soon as he takes her to the hospital, a meteorite comes. She gets infected by the aliens and pops out a baby. Now, the baby is a Cooper too, but he's like a higher echelon version of a Cooper. But because he's a baby, he can't really do much. So he has to rely on Billy to get him through. So basically, this is basically Beelzebub in a sense. Because if the kid like gets any of his liquid on you, he can like somewhat control you and like help you, give you superhuman abilities and fight off the Cooper monsters. So yeah, it's a little wonky. It's only Astro Baby and it's only 32 chapters. It's still in the early processing of coming out of its own. Well, actually no, because I'll give it 50 chapters. If it's still dropping 50, I'll definitely still I'll still call it probably a Parasite manga of the year. But it's decent. I sat up and read it, and it has some funny moments in it where you wouldn't think it was a funny moment to be had. But it's a good manga. I like it. I'm gonna keep checking it out. I'm behind on 9 Peaks. I don't know why. I'm behind on so much manga I have to catch up on. I think I'm behind on 9 Peaks, the Red Ranger Isekai, Embers, that new soccer manga. Damn. Oh, fuck. That anime where there's a boy witch and he's killing all the people who killed all the witches in the world. I forgot the name of that manga. I gotta read that one because apparently the first part is over. Like apparently the author written the first part and is done, so he's coming up with part 2. So now I'm really like behind because last time I read it, it was probably like a good 4 or 5 months ago. So I know I'm behind. What else I'm behind on? I'm behind on Seraph of the End. When I'm not behind on Astral Royale, but just one chapter. I gotta catch up on Hero Organization and Embers. I think I'm only behind Hero. I'm behind on Embers 1 chapter. Hero Organization, I'm behind probably like 3 chapters. But I might have to catch up on more stuff to read because I don't know. I feel like I don't get enough. I feel like I don't read enough manga, even though that's probably not the case because I read like a lot of manga. It's just finding the websites decent enough to read it is hard because I gotta find a website that's not full of viruses that is gonna actually stay up because a lot of the websites I used to read are null and void now. So it's like, sheesh. I gotta find another place to read it, or I might have finished it, but the website I finished the manga on that I want to reread it on is no longer in service. No longer in service. So it's like, it's a hard day for people who like to read manga, from not official sites. But me be a pirate. Yeah, that was not funny. But yeah, off of manga, let's get into the anime, and it's only going to be like a couple of anime because the anime of the season is just started. So this week, Windbreakers, Fire Force, and like, hold on, let's see. So One Piece is back. Fire Force season 3 is here. The beginning after the end. Windbreakers, Black Butler, Devil May Cry, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, and Lazarus. Now I never got into Black Butler. I don't even know how. I forgot it's still going. Matter of fact, Black Butler's been going on since I was probably in college. Beginning after the end is an isekai, and it looks like, what was that anime? Jolly's Reincarnation. Lazarus is a new Mappa thing they've been working on that's kind of like Cowboy Bebop. Devil May Cry, I'm going to get to next week. I'm going to speak briefly on it. It's at least a good 8 out of 10. Most people putting that at 6. I'm putting that at 8. Vigilantes is a side story of... Vigilantes is about a side story of My Hero. So it's basically like the Batmans of the My Hero Academia. The Vigilantes is showing their lives of them trying to become heroes. Windbreakers, Tokyo Revengers with more action and no time travel. Fire Force season 3. This is the most important season because this is the season where we find out that Fire Force is based off real Asian people. And by real Asian people, I mean everybody that was in Fire Force was once regular people. And when you see that regular Asian lady in that episode, I'm going to lose it. I'm already like got goosebumps on me because niggas, you do not understand. When we get to that Asian lady breaking the internet, actually, next season is the most important season because of the implication that happened. But the stuff that happens in this season are very, very, very important. So it's going to get wild and crazy. What else? Windbreakers is good. It's another delinquent anime and good fight scenes, good animation. Like it's literally like I said, it's Tokyo Revengers on what we wanted in the fighting. Like I said, with no time travel, but the fights are there. The characters are better. There's no crying as much.
Jesus Christ!
What else? Anime. Oh shit. Anime wise, JoJo Day starts today. It starts the 12th. Oh, I was tripping. Starts next week. So we might get Steel Ball Run next week. So we might get Steel Ball Run announced next week. It's gonna be wild and crazy when that gets announced because I'm gonna literally tweak out. No matter what, I don't know where I'm at, I'm gonna tweak out. But let's see what comes out in July because a bunch of anime come out in July this year. Kaiju number 8, season 2. Oh, I forgot the name of this anime. It's in My Dress Up Darling season 2. Boom. I forgot. Da season 2. Shield Hero season 4. Sakamoto Days, the second part. Dr. Stone, the final season, the second part of the final season. Togen Aki, I'm really hype about that. I read it and I can't wait. Gachacha Kuto, I've been waiting on that one too. It's literally fucking is the guy who helped write Fire Force helped write this, and it's really good. I'm super behind on that. I need to read that too. That's another thing I'm behind on. Grand Blue season 2, bro. I don't remember, bro. Grand Blue came out like 10 years ago. That's how old that shit is. Panty and Stalking is back. I didn't believe that we're coming back with more, but I guess they are. Shit, where's Rag the Crimson coming back? I totally forgot about the anime. A bunch of slice of life are coming out. I'm looking at this July 2025 list, and it looks decent. Oh shit! Hold on. Well, I think One Punch Man come out this year. I forgot. It might be. No, it's not July. They ain't released that yet. But there's a bunch of anime coming out in this summer, and it's going to be rocking. So here's hoping that I can get a chance to catch up on everything and watch it, because I still had to catch up on One Piece, and One Piece drops tomorrow. But I think that's it for the pod. I appreciate you guys for listening, man. And I'm dropping these sooner than later, so be on the lookout and stand by me. I don't even know if that's a song. Is it Stand By Me? I'll put it in here to make it funny. But thank you guys for listening. I appreciate it to my heart's content. C'est la vie. Peace.
外側じゃ絶対抜けねえ。インに行け。